And you are looking live inside the historic Albert S. Atwood Gymnasium, where tonight the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils will be taking on the Lyons Lions in a Wayne County Finger Lakes East crossover varsity boys basketball matchup. Good evening, everybody. Jim Sinicropi alongside Matt Verkey tonight, where we got a couple of teams, separate leagues. Lions playing out of Wayne County, Mynderse playing out of the FL East, and Mynderse tied for first after a Newark loss last night in the FL East. Wayne struggling this year after making a great run to the state Final Four last year. But the interesting thing about Lions, Verk, is they've lost 9 games, and if you take out a blowout against Early College, the other 8 losses were by combined 32 points. So I expect to see a close game going down in the fourth.
Yeah, they've been competitive in every game. They've taken, the likes of North Rose Wolcott, East Rochester, Clyde, right down to the final seconds, really, in a lot of those games. North Rose, who we have number 1 in our power rankings, a couple things go Lions' way, they win that game. So, they come in here. This should be a very competitive game. Like you said, Lions have been in every game this year, and Mynderse has really struggled to put teams away over the course of the season. They get out to some leads and don't put them away, let teams hang around. Both teams played last night. Mynderse coming off a 3-point victory over Mid Lakes, and Lions rolled over Marion. Yeah. So, neither team with an advantage there, but this should be a highly competitive game. Lions is led by their freshman point guard, Justice Smith. Some good big guys in this game. We'll see how Jordan O'Malley can match up with the 2 big kids from Mynderse. So a lot of interesting things going on in this game.
Yeah, Lions features freshman point guard Justice Smith, who's filling the shoes there. You got to look at Justice with the rec specs on your screen right there, filling the shoes of Damon Hunter, who led the team last year in scoring on that great run to Glens Falls. Smith's been doing some great scoring too. He's been very consistent. He had 16 points in his first game against Clyde back on December 12th. He had 22 in his varsity debut against Mid Lakes at the Chiropractic College in Seneca Falls. And he had career-high 24 points against East Rochester just about a week ago. And again, East Rochester's second-place team in Wayne County. Lions had him beat in ER until Xavier Gaines hits a three-pointer with 20 seconds left. Young team, young point guard for Lions. They need to learn to finish games, but, on the other side, you got Mynderse, a team that I don't remember last time they scored more than 50. They're doing great defensively, but they're struggling to find offense.
Yeah, they tend to go long stretches. They'll go 4 or 5 minutes and only score a bucket, and they probably average only in the mid 50s, but they don't give up over 40 much. All the games that they lost this year were the only 3 games they've given up over 50 points. Other than that, they're holding teams, down in the low 40s. And they've won a couple games where they've only scored in the 40s. So a very good defensive team who has the capability to put up points in a hurry. They got some. We've seen Jake Jones get hot and hit 3, 4, 5 threes in a quarter before. They got a lot of good players, and they just haven't all been on at the same time. It seems like a very capable team. Then you talk about their 2 big kids, Jake Mean and Kafola. Yeah. 2 very capable big guys, good passers, really play well off each other. And I look for them to be a major factor tonight here. And
that's one of the big things that differentiates this Mynderse team from a lot of the other teams, even some of the teams at the top like Pelmac and Newark. Newark has 1 big guy, Taylor Clements. He's a sophomore. Pelmac has Sutberry. He's a senior center. But Mynderse really has 4 guys. You can go onto the bench to Robbie Bachman and Kyle Ruddy. Not many teams have 4 guys 6'4" or taller like Mynderse does.
It's a luxury when you can bring off a Kyle Ruddy and a Bachman. Those guys are 6'5", and unfortunately they're playing behind 2 very good big guys in Kafola and Mean. But a lot of teams in the leagues would love to have 6'5", 2 6'5" kids coming off the bench. And they're capable players. They don't get a ton of time, but when they're in there, they do some nice things. Kyle Ruddy probably coming off the best game of his his career there. He 8 points, I think, up at Newark. Mm-hmm. Look for those guys to be big factors tonight. And, when you talk about O'Malley for Lions, he's going to have Jake Mean and Kafola can really get out and run. O'Malley, a little slow foot. He's a big kid, 6'7". He probably got a little height on them, but he's going to have to do a good job of getting back in transition.
And there you got to look at Jordan O'Malley. Lions hot, too, winning 4 of their last 5 after a real rough start. And Jordan O'Malley, a good reason why he had 22 points in a close loss to Clyde Savannah. He had 20 in that game against North Rose Wolcott. And he had 14 points in a big win for Lions when they went and traveled to face Bloomfield, who's now in first place in the West. So Lions has played a lot of tough competition close. And a lot of the reason why is they got a great head coach in Zach Young, as we get a look at Coach Young right there. Great run to Glens Falls last year, where he beat a lot of teams that were, frankly, a lot better than Lions.
Yeah, he's done a great job continuing the tradition of Lions basketball. You look up here, you see all the banners. Lions, that's kind of what they're known for, is winning Section 5 titles, and he's been able to get 2 of them since he's been here, I think, in 5 years. So and this is a team that you've talked about a lot, that they could, if they get hot at the right time, they can make another run come sectional time.
In Class C2.
Class C2, and and Mynderse is one of the favorites in B2. Them, Northwest Wolcott, you got Attica, and a good Wellsville team in there. So come sectional time, both these guys are going to be factors.
Let's see if we can get a quick look at the Class B2 sectional standings, and then C2 for Lions and C, because that's really what's at stake here. Some sectional points. Neither one of these games is going to matter for league standings. But in B2, you got Mynderse right now at a 3 seed. Obviously, they would prefer to get back up to that 2 seed, but they definitely don't want to fall down to 4. That's when things start to get rough.
Yeah, and I think looking at this bracket, the thing you want to do, RCMS is taking their lumps this year, but they got some talented kids. We saw them play last year. Lions played them and beat them in sectionals. But they're a team, sometimes I see they're winning a couple games and they get blown out by somebody, so I think they've had some kids in and out of the lineup. But that's, and you don't know where they're going to fall. So that's one thing all these teams are trying to avoid, I think, is that matchup with RCMCS in the quarters.
Yeah.
And, and between the 2 and 3, when it comes to that's going to be a neutral court game. So I don't see a lot of difference there, but obviously they want to avoid falling to the 4 and have the matchup with North Rose maybe in the semis.
You also notice Marcus Whitman there playing better late. They beat Dundee last night in the West, so that would be another tough matchup.
That could be a quarter, right now if things stood, that could be a quarter-round matchup for Whitman and Mynderse.
On the other side for Lions in Class C2, you get a look there. It's a bigger section, so there'll be another round, a bye for the top teams. Lions right now in 11th. They can make their way up a couple more, and maybe that first round game is a home game, which would make a big difference for them.
Yeah, you look at this bracket. I mean, there's nobody in there that I don't think Lions can compete with. North Star Christian's obviously the best team in that class, but everybody else, Lions will have a very good shot against. Just depends on the matchups in the night, but I like Lions' chances in there. Absolutely.
So we're just moments away from basketball here. Inside the Atwood Gymnasium. Decent crowd on hand, still filling in. A lot of people traveled from Seneca Falls for this. It's kind of got an old school feel, Verk. A teams that used to play quite a bit. They didn't play last year. 2 years ago they played a home and split. So
they played in a couple years ago. They met up in sectional qualifier when Lions won. And
as a matter of fact, they ended your season, your sophomore year, in the Blue Cross.
They did.
So
they did.
Here is Kelsey Arliss with your national anthem. Great job by Kelsey Arliss, Lions Junior, I believe. I don't got the class, but she sang before up here, and it's always great to have the students singing the national. A lot better than a recording, if you ask me, Verk.
No, I like it live too.
So we're getting a look here at the starting lineups for both teams. There's Jake Jones, the 5'10 junior. He'll be joined by one of the 2 sophomores to see a lot of time on this team, Kellen Caraher. And then you got Brett Anderson. He's a junior, 5'10". He started since he was a freshman at the point. And there's Big Ben Cafola, 6'4" senior. And Jake Mean, transferred from Romulus last year, the 6'4 junior. And for Lions, looks like they're going to start Ben Rockefeller. He's had a solid year for Lions after having to roll off the bench last year. And there you get a look at Justice Smith with the rec specs, the freshman. He'll be manning the point. And there's Nick Kehoe, 6'1 junior. And Adam Van Buskirk, 6'1 senior guard forward who can shoot the three. The Coach Young looking for more scoring out of him if they're going to make some noise here in the postseason. And then of course, Jordan Mel, the 6'7 senior. And he can also step it out.
Yeah, he's not afraid to put up a three.
So here we go, a little cross-league action. Mynderse Lions mean to jump center against Mel here at the Atwood. Glad you could join us, everybody, here on FL1 Sports, wherever you're joining us from tonight. Maybe you're snowed in somewhere along the eastern seaboard. And we are underway. Mynderse controls the tip.
You see how fast Mean gets off his feet there. Went right up over Mel and won the tip easily.
Super athlete. As Anderson controls. Over to Karaher. Karaher drives the lane and kicks it out to Anderson. So they've got Van Buskirk on Brett Anderson. And that's what you'll see a lot of is great interior passing from Mean and Cafola. They work great together.
Yeah, they really do a nice job. And there's Mean finding Cafola. And Mynderse usually has an advantage with their other big guy. Who, most teams have one big guy, and Mynderse can take advantage of the other spot because they have the two big guys.
And there's a turnover heading back the other way. Kellen Karaher controls for the Blue Devils. Minor team's still relatively young. They just don't seem that way because we've seen, like I mentioned, Anderson started since he was a freshman at point guard, but he's still just a junior.
Yeah, most of these guys are all juniors except for Cafola. He's the lone senior who sees a good amount of time. Along
with Bachman coming off the bench. But everybody else will be back next year, along with a great JV team that handled Lions pretty easily here in the first game. There's Brett Anderson for three, and he buries it.
He's having a good year. He's shooting the ball well. Big game at Waterloo, game we did. Having a great year.
A little full court man-to-man pressure by Mynderse. Up 5-0 early here, and there's a wide open three. See, that's a shot Van Buskirk normally would take, but he's been a little hesitant this year on those.
Yeah, I think I think Coach Young would like to see him take that shot.
And Cafola pulls down the rebound, and Mynderse gets back to work through the hands of Cafola, and now back out to Jones. Drives left side. And turnover, Rockefeller. Right-handed layup. Oh, just in and out. Somebody might have caught a little net there, too, with their hands. Now, Karaher with a right-handed runner. And it's 7-0 Mynderse. Going back to Mynderse. So not the start Coach Young was looking for here.
No, Mynderse off to a hot start here. Obviously 7-0, and Lions turning it over early. Missed a layup there. They got to, I think if Mynderse scores here, you'll see a timeout.
Entry pass to me. Oh, got bailed out though. Looks like Kehoe may have got him with the body.
It's a tough matchup for Kehoe. We talked about it. Great athlete, and Coach Young's asking a lot out of him to match up man to man.
That's the thing, Verk. Only Mel can only guard one of the two bigs.
Right. There's a shot from Brett off the side of the backboard there.
Justice Smith. There, Van Buskirk's on a fire, and off the rim, no good. Pulled down by Jake Mean. The Devils look to run, and Jones taking it right to Mel, picking up the foul. So that's one thing Lions can't afford too, is Mel in foul trouble.
Yeah, he did a nice job of getting back, and had to go up and contest that. Maybe could have laid off a little bit. He forced Jones into a tough shot there. Got the block, but got him with some body.
So Jake Jones shooting the first of two. And he's on the board. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education. The private student loans available through Generations Bank can be the answer to your funding needs. Learn more online at mygenbank.com or call 315-568-5855. So Jones buries him two. And it's 9-0 early. About 5:18 left to go here, first quarter. Justice Smith pretty big for a point guard too, Verk.
He's got real good size.
He's listed at 6 foot, but I think he's grown a little during the season. And then Cafola gets one on the run out. And now it's 11-0. Lions needs to get on the board here.
Kellen Kerr doing a nice job so far.
Yeah, he is.
They're double teaming him.
Mel guarded by Mean. Gets it back out to Smith. Smith works on Kerr and off the pick from Amel. And into the trees and denied. He wanted a call.
I thought that was good defense. Both guys just stand there. He had really nowhere to go. You know, one thing Lions might, you know, except against a couple of the bigger teams in their league, but, you know, they don't see a lot of height like this in Wayne County.
And Jones steals the inbounds, and he takes it in with the right hand off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Devin Franklin checking into the game. And Franklin's going coast to coast right between the two big guys, and this time they got a foul on Jake Mean.
You know, I think that was a bailout, too.
Yeah.
Those guys both looked like they had pretty good position, but a lot of contact, and I'm not sure who they gave that. I think they gave it to Jake Mean on that blocking call.
Yep, so Mean has picked up his first foul, and we got a timeout on the floor. Looks like 22nd. Called by Lions. So, Verk, right now Lions having trouble scoring in the half court and having trouble stopping Minders in transition.
Yeah, you know, obviously the turnovers led to some quick breakouts. I think Minders has 6 fast break points already. And, you know, you just notice out on the floor how much more physical the Minders team is. They got some bigger, stronger kids and really taking advantage so far.
Both teams played last night. Odd to have back-to-back games. Lions rolled all over Marion. Probably had a better chance to rest some of their players than Minders, who just snuck out a 3-point win against Mid-Lakes.
I think Minders may have set the record for coaches on the bench tonight.
Let's see. We got Johnson, Alessio, Johnson, Prain, Ruddy. I count 5. And Franklin's 3 no good, but the big man, Jordan Almel, puts it back and the foul. And Lions is on the board with 4:27 left to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Cafola just lost track of him a little bit, and nice job by Almel to finish that and chance for a 3-point play here.
Foul on Cafola, his first. Almel misses, and Jake Mean with the rebound outlets it to Brett Anderson, and here come the Blue Devils again. Cafola with the right hand, no good. Pulled down by Almel.
The action is really right on top here in this
Yeah,
gym.
it is. It's small. It's one of the most unique places for a basketball game in the Wayne Finger Lakes.
Minders playing good, solid man-to-man defense.
Almel inside against Mean, and good job by Jake not picking up a foul there and playing good defense, making it tough for Almel to make that shot. And now Mean spins with the right hand, and he puts it home.
Nice move. Good to see Jake taking it strong and finishing. You know, I think he's a little too unselfish at times, but that time, you know, he's going to be able to make that drive all game long. Mel's not going to be able to stay with him.
Yeah, Minders not having any trouble getting into the lane here against this Lions defense. Now Mel steps out for 3, in and out, and another big rebound by Jake Mean.
I think Jake's got about 5 rebounds already.
Kerr dishes to Cafola, bothered by Kehoe, no good, blocked by O'Mel. And here comes Justice Smith, takes it right to Mean off the glass, rolls in and out, but O'Mel's there with a finish.
Good job by Justice attacking there. Lions going to a zone, which is probably a good move right now because the man-to-man's not working too well.
It's Van Buskirk, Smith, Kehoe, O'Mel, and Franklin. Franklin on the wing there of the 2-3 zone. Geez, they let Mean just step in. Good pass from Cafola to Jake Mean, no good. Rebounded by Smith, and he looks to push behind the back to elude Jake Jones. And he's taking it right to the hole, but blocked by Brett Anderson. Laying out is Kellen Kerr, and it'll stay with Lions.
I think down at the other end here, that's one that, you know, Jake Means where he has trouble finishing at times. He double pumped it. He's got to go up and just lay that in. And down here you saw the athletic ability of Anderson, who's a great soccer player, went up and blocked Justice Smith.
And Ben Rockefeller checking in the game for Van Buskirk. Rockefeller drives the lane. Good handle by Devin Franklin. And Amel forces his way in, lays it off the glass and good. That's 6 points for Jordan Amel, and the lead is down to 7.
Yeah, obviously keeping the Lions close here.
Amel's got all 6 of Lions points here. Now Brett Anderson lets one fly and nothing but the bottom of the net for his second trifecta of the evening, 16-6.
He's been shooting the ball well all year.
I'd say he's been their most consistent scorer.
For the most part, yeah.
Franklin thought about it and said he drives the lane and a little floater up and over Jake Mean.
Yeah, nice move there. A little sidestep. Under control.
We got end-to-end action here in Lions. Over the top of the defense to Cavola. Got up in the air, didn't know what to do with it. Found Mean, and now another 3 for Brett Anderson. Off the front air, no good, but it's Jones with the board. And he misses and pulled down by Jordan Amel.
Probably not the best shot there. They can get that out and get something better, I think.
Smith gets it over to Rockefeller, who drives baseline. Geez, good work by Rockefeller. And he scores it.
Yeah, Mynderse kind of relaxing here a little bit, letting these guys get them on the boards.
And Kerher with a double clutch.
That's his game. He's great going to the hole, good with either hand, very athletic kid.
And so it's a 6-point game, 16-10, 52 seconds left to go first quarter. Yeah, it should be, right? 23 seconds on the shot clock. And Franklin in trouble, picked up his dribble, and he throws it away. Here comes Anderson. Up against Smith. Ooh, nice right hand.
20-10, they got the score right now.
So the lead back to 10 points. Anderson's got 8 of Mynderse 20. And with 24 seconds left, Lions can hold for the last shot here in the first quarter. Instead, they turn it over, or did they? Amel laying out for it, and Jake Jones comes up with it.
10 seconds.
Okay, 9 seconds to shoot.
Go.
And Jones finds a wide open Kerher, pass up the shot, penetrates, spins against Amel. Left-handed runner is good in the foul.
Nice move. I don't know where that came from, but I thought he was getting a little bit of trouble on the spin there, and he did a great job of finishing. Oh, they called it before.
This? Wow, I'm surprised at that. So wipe it off.
Oh, wait, no, they did count it. A little confusion here.
See Jordan Harris checking in for the last 1.7, so Amel doesn't pick up another foul. You'll see Harris quite a bit. He's a great athlete, great football player.
Even bigger news is that's 2 on Amel.
Oh, yeah, that's why he's coming out.
But they left him in because he was going to take him out if it was underneath. But.
So, yeah, have to watch that. And Kerher makes a free throw. And 1.7 left to go. Smith lets fire. It's going to be short. And so at the end of 1 quarter of play here in Lyons, New York, your score, Mynderse 23, Lions 10. We'll be right back with second quarter action here on FingerLakes1.com.
Guidance and partnership through every step of the journey. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
Big enough to have degree programs that will take me where I want to go. And small enough that I don't have to travel alone.
Big enough that I can take classes from anywhere. And small enough to get the support I need to succeed.
Big enough that there's always something going on. And small enough that I'm never just a face in the crowd. Finger Lakes Community College.
And welcome back inside the Atwood Gymnasium. Thinking about life after high school? Get your degree at Finger Lakes Community College. You can at FLCC and go anywhere. Nearly half of FLCC grads transfer to a 4-year school and continue their education. Visit www.flcc.com to learn more. And during our FLCC halftime show, Verk, we're going to have Nick Farah, a key member of last year's state Final Four team for Lions. He'll be coming to talk to us currently enrolled at FLCC playing baseball in the spring. So
nice.
Looking forward to that. His Lions comes up empty on their opening possession, and now there's Devin Anderson checking into the game, comes up on short on the 3, gets his own rebound. And he'll try it again. In and out. And Smith couldn't keep the handle on that. Justice Smith seems a little preoccupied, a little lackadaisical
tonight.
tonight.
Good job on him tonight. You know,
maybe a little frustrated.
And Anderson had 2 nice looks at the basket there.
And Anderson gets it out to Caraher, drives on Smith, leaves it for Cafola. And there's Jordan Harris now guarding Jake Mean. Rockefeller comes down with the rebound.
I don't really like that shot from Mean. A little early in the shot clock, I thought, for a contested. If you're wide open, it's one thing, but that was kind of contested. Mynderse going with, last time they played zone, looks like they're back in their man.
Mean guarding on Mel. Mel spins, nothing there. Gets it out.
Mel's not going to take him off the dribble from the top.
He wants that 3, though. And there he goes. Off the glass, no good, and Mean pulls it down.
Means 7-8 rebounds already for Jake Mean.
And then Brett Anderson drives against Franklin off the glass and off the rim, and no good. Pulled down by big Jordan Harris. Gets it over to Smith. And now Lions needs to get something going here in the half court. It's Smith, Rockefeller, Franklin, Harris, and Amel for the Lions. And almost a turnover. For the Blue Devils, it's Caraher, Devin Anderson. Those are the 2 sophomores. Ben Cafola, Jake Mean, and Brett Anderson. Upstate Orange podcast this week. We're going to be on Monday morning with the Syracuse game being postponed due to weather in Virginia. They're playing tomorrow night at 7, so we're going to have a special Monday morning edition of the Upstate Orange podcast. Upstate Hoops tomorrow morning, what do you think, 10 a.m.?
I got a game in Newark.
What time's the game?
10.
Uh-oh. We'll figure it out. So Smith drives the lane through everybody and off the glass, and Justice Smith gets his first points of the game.
Yeah, you got to force him back to the left there. So Lions hanging around.
Another interesting thing about this court, they have a dotted line for inbounding, that nobody that's receiving the pass can go over that dotted line, and you can actually step into that area as an inbounder because the gym's so tight. As a matter of fact, when they instituted the three-point line in the 1980s, they had to take out a row of bleachers just to make room.
Yeah, it's tight quarters in here.
Of course, you know this gymnasium well. You started your basketball career here, attending some of your dad's practices when he was coaching Lions.
Yeah, my dad coached here for several years and was AD here for 30 years, so spent a lot of time in this gym.
And Tyler Bastian into the game, grabbed the rebound, had it knocked loose, and Mynderse will give it another shot.
Both teams a little stagnant here. Mynderse hasn't scored yet this period, and Lions has 2 points.
Oh, nice
Big
little pull-up by Jones from about 18 feet.
He's got a nice in-between game. He's able to hit those floaters a lot, and right there you saw it.
I think Jake gets into trouble sometimes going to the rim when he could pull up and pop that 10-footer.
Yep.
Well, Harris controls it the foul, and he's going to drive. He's limited offensively. And Bastian throws it away. Anderson with the steal. And Mynderse gets back to work up 13. Jones almost had his pocket picked. Mynderse does that a lot. They put Cafola way out there in the corner. He's not going to do much out there. As a matter of fact, Amel not even guarding him, and Jordan Harris just tackled Jake Mean underneath.
Yeah, they got to get a little, they're trying to post up Meehan on that, but they need a little more ball motion. He can't just stand on the same block. He needs to, swing the ball, and he needs to repost on the other side or something because Lions defense is already adjusted towards him.
Nice Cafola giving the ball at the three-point line. And there's Anderson finding Jones, guarded by Justice Smith.
And if Lions can keep Mynderse in the half-court offense, I think they'll be all right. Mynderse really scoring a lot and getting out in their transition.
Blue Devils come up empty again. Now Smith behind the back and to the rim, high off the glass and no good, but he'll head to the free throw line. Let's see who they got with that foul. It was Cafola.
See if Coach Ciatti likes to go small here, brings in one of the bigs they got on the bench, or lets him play.
And Smith lets fly, hits the first.
Last couple possessions for Mynderse, they've been really stagnant on offense. Not just getting really good shots.
Your referees tonight, Clint Beard and Don Miller. You probably won't find a better crew than these two guys.
No, they've done
in
a nice
Section
job
5.
all night.
And Smith will try to make it 2 for 2. And he does. So that lead now 11 as you get a look at Nick Ciatti, head coach of the Mynderse Blue Devils. Oh, nice look by Cafola to Kerr, but he couldn't make the basket in traffic. And now
Nice set play, just couldn't finish.
And Kerr got Van Buskirk there as he passed right in front of our broadcast booth. .354 here to go, second quarter from Lions. Jim Sinicropi along with Matt Verkey, our producer tonight, Jason Hunt. And on the camera, we have Jeremy Hunt and Dennis Leahy. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far tonight. Van Buskirk with a right hand up and under.
Nice scoop there.
And the lead back to single digits here.
Yeah, it's a game that Mynderse really controlled, but you look up and, they're only up 9 now.
And they're having trouble scoring in the half-court set.
This, they're not turning the ball over. It's really helped Lions keep Mynderse out from scoring.
Looks like they got Van Buskirk with a foul. Now Mean will shoot a pair of free throws.
I think they got that on the ground.
There's actually Kehoe with a foul. That's his second. Oh, here we go. A couple of subs for Mynderse. You got Brett Anderson checking back into the game along with Robbie Bachman, number 33.
Bach's a big kid. He's able to block some shots, and he can finish if he gets the ball on the block. He's just not real quick with his feet, but he's a big kid.
Great on the defensive end. Struggles offensively. Kerr can't come up with a bucket. And now here comes Lions again with a chance to break into that lead, but Van Buskirk turns it over and then fouls Jake Jones. And that's first foul for Adam Van Buskirk. Gives me a chance to tell you about Dobbins Drugs, where they believe their customers are like one big family. Whether you need assistance getting over a winter's common cold or a get well card, Dobbins is there to help you. Located in downtown Lyons for over 50 years and 3 generations.
Coach Young elected to bring the big man Almel back in here
for the final 3 minutes.
Ago, 2 fouls. Probably a good move.
Jones hits the front end of the 1-and-1. He's 3 for 3 from the line here in the first half.
And this is kind of what we talked about with Mynderse. They had 22 points at the end of the first quarter, or 23, and they've scored 3 points so far this quarter. So they've gone 5 minutes with only scoring 4 points. We talked a little bit at the break. Mynderse off to a great start offensively, and then things just slow down for them. They get bogged down.
Yeah, you're right. 23 first quarter points. And they stand here at 27 with 3 minutes to go. Smith pulls up off the back iron, no good. And good hustle there by Tyler Bastian to come up with the loose ball. Lions will reset. Van Buskirk drives, pulls up from the foul line, no good. Pulled down by Bachman.
Back.
Now Anderson to Jones. Kerr drives baseline, leaves it for Jake Mean, who finishes. Good job by Kerr finding Jake Mean, and a good job by Mean finishing. A lot of times he doesn't finish those.
Great pass.
So with about 2:12 left, the lead is up to 13. And I see Amel a lot with that ball on the foul line, and he throws it away. Now Jake Jones, contested by Van Buskirk, will go to the line for 2 more free throws as Van Buskirk picks up his second.
Nice job by Jones there. Here's that pass from Kerr to Meehan.
Nice look. So Jones has made his first 4 free throws, and that one rolls out. So he's 4 for 5. A lot of guys would take that. Give me a chance to tell you about Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20, the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, check out Penny's Place. So Jones converts the back end and leads up to 14 now with 1:50 left to go here in the first half. Lions needs a little run here to end the half. And instead, it's Rockefeller turning over with a travel.
Yeah, good ball pressure there by Mynderse. Really getting up in pressure on there causes a turnover.
Yeah, Lions really having trouble finding any type of shot against this Mynderse defense. And then, I think the defense has been fine for Mynderse. What do we got there? A moving pick?
Yeah, I didn't really see that. They got Bachman setting the high screen up top, and they called him for the, I guess he wasn't set.
So we got a timeout on the floor. Give me a chance to tell you about the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, where action hits the Finger Lakes this summer with the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings in action nightly, showcasing some of the best collegiate players in the country. Go to NewarkPilots.com or GenevaRedWings.com for season ticket packages. And there's the owner, Verk, of the Newark Pilots, Bob Oman, well known for his philanthropic efforts here in Lyons, and great supporter of everything Lions.
Yeah, he's been supporting the Lions community and especially Lions Athletic for several years. Even back when my dad was athletic director, he would always come through if they needed new uniforms, and he helped out with so much with the school in this town. Does a great job.
And he and his wife Leslie, that wasn't Leslie sitting next to him, by the way. I don't know if we better maybe not tell Leslie, but do a great job with the Pilots. They're very passionate about it. They bring in college kids from all over the country to play in the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, and give them great accommodations, and it's a great experience for them. If anybody gets a chance this summer to check out some of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, I'd highly recommend it. It's a nice night at the park in the summer.
Great facilities over there, right?
Over at Colburn Park in Newark, yeah, it's great. Food's great, and always a lot going on. So Smith working off a pick from Amel off the back iron, no good, and Bach pulls it down. Mynderse coming back the other way. Wide open is Jake Jones for the corner three, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net for Jones, who quietly has 10 points.
Transition offense has been great. That was a great job. A couple passes, get a wide open three. That's how it should be done. I think both, Caher and Anderson could have taken a shot, but they swung at the extra pass and got a wide open shot.
Mel dribbling, it gets mean and blocked by Bachman. And after the block, I think Amel got it back, but his foot was on the line. Bachman, one of the most prolific shot blockers in the Wayne Finger Lakes.
Yeah, he's got good, nice timing, big kid.
And also a kid that probably starts on a lot of other teams.
Yeah, he just, we talked about it earlier, just Mynderse got so many bigs, and the two kids that start are very good.
33-16, 38 seconds left to go in the first half. Here's Brett Anderson with a bounce pass inside to Mean. Gives it back to Anderson, and that one's blocked by Rockefeller.
Yeah, good pass. Mean found Anderson, and better defensive play from Lions. Here's the block by Bachman.
Get him right up.
I don't know if they realize they got 5 on the shot clock here.
23 on the game, 5-4. Jones from the top of the key, off the back of the rim, no good. Pulled down by Caher, and now they can hold for one.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Nick Ciotti would be perfectly happy to head into this locker room with a 33-16 lead here. 10 seconds to go. Anderson gets the top of the key to Jones, lets it fire. Buttons! Jones' second three of the half. And that's how it'll end. So Mynderse opens up a 20-point lead on 2 Jake Jones three-pointers to end the half. And we'll be right back with Nick Farah during our FLCC halftime show. You're watching Section 5 basketball on Finger Lakes 1.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 high school basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover your college education? Learn about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. By Finger Lakes Community College. Thinking about life after high school? Get your degree at Finger Lakes Community College. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. UR Medicine and Thompson Health. Medicine of the highest order. Dobbins Pharmacy, serving their customers in downtown Lyons for over 50 years and 3 generations. By Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, with offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. By the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. By Jimmer's Auto and Stevers Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. By Finger Lakes Construction. Building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. Fred's Place. Great lunches served daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Big enough to have degree programs that will take me where I want to go. And small enough that I don't have to travel alone.
Big enough that I can take classes from anywhere. And small enough to get the support I need to succeed.
Big enough that there's always something going on. And small enough that I'm never just a face in the crowd. Finger Lakes Community College.
Wisdom passed on from generation to generation. Welcome to Generations Bank.
And welcome back inside the Atwood Gymnasium. It's time for the FLCC halftime show here with Mynderse with a 36-16 lead over the Lyons Lions after 2 periods of play. And I'm joined by a guy who is no stranger to this gymnasium, Nick Farah. How you doing, Nick? Thanks for joining us. Oh, you got to put these on. You got to put these on. My bad. They won't be able to hear you. There you go. So Lions fans will remember Nick from the great season last year, state Final Four run, key component. A lot of Damon Hunter got a lot of the headlines on that team.
Yeah.
But as you see the banner there, what's it like to have your name up here in this gym for all time?
It feels really good, just to come back in and see that. It brings a lot of back some memories of what a good run we had. No one expected it, but, to do it, it's a pretty amazing feeling.
Yeah, it was we covered a lot of those games down the stretch, and it was really enjoyable watching you guys play because it always seemed like you guys were the underdog, but you kept winning and got to go to Glens Falls.
Yeah, definitely, especially when we were in Rush Henrietta when we played middle early college. When I saw the film on them, I was like, no way we're getting past them. And, to pull that one off was probably one of that and definitely the Calmum game at Canandaigua was probably the 2 best games I've ever played in.
Oh, yeah, that one went to overtime. And, yeah, that middle early college game, they looked like they were actually a college.
Yeah, they were some big kids.
One of the things I loved about watching you play was you did a lot of the little things. And when I say little things, I mean putting you on one of the team's best scores defensively, pulling down a lot of rebounds against guys that were bigger than you, and coming up with timely buckets. And it seemed like you took a little pride in kind of doing a lot of that dirty work to help that team win.
Yeah, Mr. Young always, kept on me for all that stuff, and just, I would do whatever I could just to make our team get a winner,
Well, now it's off to FLCC. You're at FLCC. You're playing some baseball, right? Yep. Been season getting ready to start?
Yeah, we start. We play in like 48 days. We start when we get back on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to that. Met a great bunch of people on our team. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of other guys from Wayne Finger Lakes schools on the team.
We have a kid from Geneva on the team. He also plays. Canandaigua people, a lot of more city schools, and down in the southern tier, most of the kids.
You guys get to travel south at all?
Yep, spring break we go down to Myrtle Beach in Maryland to play, which that's really cool. I'm looking really forward to that, which would be fun.
And you're pitching?
Yep, I'm pitching.
Nice. Well, what about this game here today? It seems like Lions with 16 points in the first half, having trouble scoring.
Yeah, they a lot of turnovers, and they're taking a lot of bad shots, I think, on Mynderse is they have a lot of transition points.
Yeah.
That's something that we thrived off of last year. We always try to get out there and run. That's what Mynderse doing. That's how you gotta play basketball.
Well, it's tough. You got a guy like Damon Hunter that commanded so much of the tension of the defense that it allowed other guys, like Adam Van Buskirk's a good example. He found himself open a lot last year for threes that this year that he's not as open because people aren't keen on Damon Hunter. But I have been impressed with the freshman Justice Smith. Now here's a kid that's 5 years younger than you. You ever play with him last year at all?
Yeah, we would. When we would go, our JVs would be with us. He would always be with us, And we'd always be tough with him too because we knew he was going to be such a good player when he gets older. Because Mr. Young always talked about bringing him up next year because we lost our starting 5 from last year, which doesn't help. But they come out here and play hard. And they've been in a lot of games. Like obviously this game doesn't show, but they're better than their record shows, definitely.
Oh, I agree. Every game's been close, and I still think that they can make a run in sectionals again this year, get back to the Blue Cross.
Yeah,
but for now, they're just gonna have to put a dent in this 20-point lead by Mynderse.
Yes.
Not what we expected. We were expecting a closer game, but a lot of time left for them to get off to a quick start here in the third quarter. So, Nick, again, like I say, one of my favorite players to watch last year. I'm glad that we could get you in here at halftime. And you've been in a lot of games this year, right? I've seen you at
when I come back
the other night.
Mr. Young's always texting me, and I'm like, I'm going to come and watch you
miss
guys.
You miss it?
Definitely. I would go back in a heartbeat.
Well, at least you do get to compete on the diamond at FLCC, so good luck this spring, and thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
We'll be back with second half action from Lions right after these messages.
So many sights to see on the internet, but for everything local, there's no place you can get it. At fingerlakes1.com. Come on over to fingerlakes1.com. Make us your homepage. News, weather, sports, and fun. Log on to fingerlakes1.
Local news from over 40 sources, custom local weather, over 10 hours of live broadcasts and podcasts every week on your computer, tablet, television, or smartphone. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
www.fingerlakes1.com. Come on and join the fun. Log on to fingerlakes1.
www.fingerlakes1.com.
And welcome back inside Lyons High School, the Atwood Gymnasium, where the second half's about to get underway. Jim Sinicropi alongside Matt Verkey, Jason Hunt producing, Jeremy Hunt, Dennis Leahy on cameras tonight. Running down the first half scoring for Mynderse, Brett Anderson had 8, including 2 3-pointers. Jake Jones, a couple of 3-pointers to end the half, ended up with 13, including 5 of 6 shooting from the free throw line. Jake Mean, 4 points. Ben Cafola, 4 points. And Kellen Caraher with 7. For Lions, it was Justice Smith with 4. Adam Van Buskirk with 2. Jordan Amell leading the way with 6. Devin Franklin and Ben Rockefeller with 2 apiece. So we're getting ready to start the second half here. For Mynderse, it'll be the starters out there: Caraher, Anderson, Jones, Cafola, and Mean. And Anderson leaves it for Caraher. We look to get it back to Brett, who wasn't ready for it, and it's a turnover. For Lions, it's Rockefeller, Smith, Amell, Kehoe, and Van Buskirk.
Lions was trying to trap a little bit there. Forced the Mynderse turnover.
Van Buskirk drives, met by Mean. Amell double teamed, and Van Buskirk was wide open for 3, but he doesn't shoot. Instead, he drives into the trees again, doesn't draw any rim, And Mean just turned it over. Rockefeller want to pull this one out there. And he does. Leaves it for Smith. Off the glass and good.
I guess Lions will take that one.
They'll take anything they can get right now.
I don't think he was trying to go glass on that, but knocked it down. And Mean really with a bad turnover there. Just he had Jones wide open on the other side. He tried to go to Anderson, but
nobody stopped Anderson driving to the lane there. And then 2 Lions players couldn't control the rebound, and Mynderse will take over again. Up 36-19 here to go. Third quarter of play. And bounce pass inside to Cafola, guarded by Amel. Had Anderson open for 3, and good hustle by Cafola, laying out for it, but it'll be Lions ball.
Yeah, Mynderse a little stagnant here to start. Haven't really got a great shot off here, and just kind of staying around. I don't like when they just leave the guy in the post and try to post him up nonstop. Nice
Jones
find.
tries one for 3, and buttons Jake Jones.
Great pass by Mean.
And Jones has scored the last 9 points for Mynderse going back to the second quarter. Smith drives, leads for Kehoe, who lays it in. So Jones heating up. He made 8 3-pointers, a school record against Early College in the second game of the year. He also made 5 key 3-pointers in the second half against Penn Yan, a game Mynderse barely held on to win. Yeah.
There's a nice high-low, and Mean's got to finish that. He's kind of fading away, come down, go back up strong with it.
Pretty much uncontested. And
Jones with a block there. Yeah, Jones has had some huge quarters and halves for Mynderse this year. He's a good 3-point shooter. If you leave him open, especially when he hits a couple, he's going to continue to look for that shot, and his teammates do a nice job of finding him.
And the 3 shots he's had so far have been fairly wide open. They all were right in the middle of the hoop. And there's Kehoe scoring another bucket off the inbounds from Justice Smith. In the lead now, 16.
So Lions cut 4 points off here in the first couple minutes of the third quarter.
That's all you can do in a situation like this when you're down 20 is try to get it to 15. Then from there you try to get it to 10. Next thing you know, it's close again. And Van Buskirk drives and comes up with nothing there.
Mel kind of got in his way a little bit.
Length of the court pass to Kerher, leaves it for Jake Jones, who's fouled hard.
I think Kerr should have went up with that. He probably had the easier play there. He's a very unselfish player, but at times this Mynderse team passes too much.
Right.
If you're at the basket, just finish it. Jones is getting 2 shots here, but I thought Kerr could have easily laid that one in.
So Jones is 5 for 6 from the free throw line tonight, and make it 6 for 7. We've got Jones for 17 points, Verk.
Yeah, having a big game. He's really played well tonight.
Second shot up, and good. Full court pressure from Mynderse. They already forced 1 turnover off the full court, but looks like Smith's going to get it across. And now he dribbles himself into trouble down the baseline and throws it away. Good hustle by Kehoe, though, gets it to Franklin. And Smith drives baseline again, hangs in the air, no good, wanted to foul. And Brett Anderson's got an open Jake Jones from the corner. No good. Heading back to Lions.
Nice job there. I think that was Anderson penetrating, and then Jake's been hot, kicked it out to him. Good play. Jake just couldn't connect on that one.
Well, it's tough when you're on that wing 3 in this gymnasium. You got fans, right? You're almost afraid you're going to step on their feet.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good shooting gym. It's confined. Good backgrounds, not a lot of space. So
well lit.
It hasn't really. Mynderse shot the ball real well here tonight.
Interesting fact about the Atwood. Not too long ago, Verk, early. Well, I guess it was a little while ago, but in the late 70s, early 80s, there was asphalt in here.
Yeah, it was pretty much a cement floor. And that's what I remember being here when I was growing up as a kid. And luckily they were able to get a nice wood floor down on here. But even back then, playing on that type of surface was even more advantage because teams aren't used to practicing on that.
Finger Lakes Partners, insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Trust someone who lives in your community with offices in Geneva, Waterloo, and Victor. Visit Finger Lakes Partners online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Another fine sponsor of everything we do here at FL1 Sports, bringing you these games live wherever you are tonight. We'd love to hear from you. Send us a tweet at FingerLakes1 or hashtag it with FL1 Sports, or shoot us an email, contact@fingerlakes1.com. We love to hear from all the folks that are watching our games. And then Franklin drives and draws a foul. Look at Jones or Mean with that, Verk?
I think they got Jones, and pretty much a terrible call from what I could see.
Franklin a little out of control.
I think the ref kind of anticipated a foul, and Cafola did a nice job of just holding his ground and kind of said Jones pushed him into him, I guess.
That was Jones. It's his second.
He's got to read the scouting report on Franklin. He's going to pump fake and go to the basket every time. So you got to break down and play a little better defense on that.
41-23, 4:32 here to go in the third quarter. It's Rockefeller, Smith, Franklin, Amel, and Kehoe in the game for the Lions. And Smith lets one fly from deep off the front iron, no good, rebounded by Caraher. And Mynderse showing Caraher, Brett Anderson, Jake Jones, and the two big men, Cafola and Mean. Mynderse in no hurry with a big lead here. And off the side of the backboard for Caraher, no good. And now Rockefeller trying to push it, leaves it for Justice Smith, and he throws it off the glass and good. Nice move by Justice Smith. Not the type of take you see from freshmen usually.
Yeah, good body control there, and nice soft off the glass. Got to go in.
He's got 9 points here.
Lions looking to trap a little bit out of the zone.
Jones is open again. But instead it's Caraher trying one from three.
Good shot.
No. And Anderson now with the ball at the top of the key. Works against Franklin. Kicks it out to Caraher. 24 to shoot still. I don't know how that's possible. Well, I guess they took a shot.
Nice shot.
Wow, high off the glass for Jake Jones. Nice right-handed runner. And Jones has 20. Is Justin Bott checking in the game for Lions. Did you get a quick look at that runner by Jones?
Lions doing a nice job here. They've cut into the 20-point lead. Only 2 points now, but really holding their own here in the third quarter. At least they haven't let it get above 20.
Right.
But they need to make a run here soon. This one's going to be all over.
Devin Anderson also into the game. He's got the basketball, hands it off to Anderson. Bounce pass to Jake Mean, guarded by Kehoe.
See, I'd like to see Mean be a little more aggressive there and take that right to the basket.
Good ball movement. Full can't come up with it, though. Amel pulls it down, and Amel's been quiet so far this third quarter.
Yeah, not a lot of scoring here in this quarter.
And Smith takes it into Cafola, and that's got to be a charge, right, Verk?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him.
He stood his ground very well there.
Second foul on Justice Smith.
Mynderse big guys do a good job of
you surprised him with a trap there. Oh. Everybody's a little out of control there.
Yeah, and
about 8 different people touched that ball in 5 seconds.
Mynderse needs to anticipate that trap a little bit and attack the middle.
.222 to go here, third period of play. 43-25, Blue Devils over the Lions. Anderson drives baseline off the glass. Good. See, Anderson can definitely shoot the three, but I think that's his game. Take it to him.
Yeah, that's a nice move by Devin. Nice touch, little floater off the glass.
His first bucket of the game, and now he's guarding Justice Smith. And Smith brings it across.
And Caraher has done a real nice job on Smith all night.
Absolutely, and oh boy, Amel, and we got a ball caught up on the top of the backboard. But Amel will head to the line for 2.
Yeah, and that's one, I don't think Mynderse really need to foul him on that. They, he shoot kind of a fadeaway shot he's not going to make, and, they reached in and fouled him.
And they're having some issues getting that ball down. Foul goes to Jake Mean, his second.
They're going to leave that ball up there, or they're going to try to get it down?
I think they're just leaving it up there. It's not hurting anything, I guess. Oh, no, here we go. And there is, that's the brother-in-law of Nick Fair right there. He is and they're giving it to Jake Mean. He's tall enough to get it up. And there it goes. Good job. Glad that situation's under control. Give me a chance to tell you, though, about Jimmer's Auto offering a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. Mel misses that front end. The lead's still 20. Misses them both.
Yeah, you're not going to come back missing free throw, that's for sure.
1:45 to go, third period of play. Here from Lyons, New York. And Jones wide open for three, and he makes them pay.
I mean, Lyons got identified. The kid's got 20 points already.
23
he's
even.
wide open. That's
Yeah,
turnover.
he had time to check the wind.
Yeah, I mean, and Justice is a little frustrated there with the turnover. Devin Anderson doing a great job harassing him.
Smith
Between
and Amel
Anderson and
checking out.
Kerr, the two sophomores, done a good job on the freshmen.
Yeah, and I honestly think that those guys have been struggling a little bit. Sometimes we forget they're sophomores,
Yeah.
but both playing great tonight. And Duncan Dobbins into the game for Lyons, along with Justin Bott, Devin Franklin, Tyler Bastian, and Jordan Harris. I don't think that Coach Young goes with this
pass.
lineup very often.
Anderson had a wide open three and dumped it down to Cafola, who easy two. Good, great unselfish play by Brett.
And Jones all over Dobbins. And Dobbins picks up his dribble in a tough spot. And we got a timeout. Lions.
So Mynderse pushing that lead up to 25. They doubled up on Lions now, 50-25.
Again, not a place Lions has been too often. As we get now, see if we can guess who these guys are. Right there would be Brian Sharp, junior shooting guard for Newark. Here checking out his rival Mynderse. They're currently tied for first place in the Finger Lakes East. If we can get a look at those standings, maybe, along with his dad and mom. Kevin Sharp loves to get out to a lot of different gyms. As we look at the line now, just on Tuesday, Mynderse loses to Newark at Newark in a game Verk that was on FL1 Sports. And then last night, Newark travels to Palmac and loses, and so now it's back tight again.
Yeah, obviously some big games still looming. Mynderse has Palmac coming to them, and that's going to be a huge game, obviously, for Mynderse. They lost to Palmac the first time.
And Harris leaves it for Franklin, but he's blocked by Anderson, who's pushing it the other way. Leaves it for Jones.
Ninth did a nice job there identifying Jones.
Another nice, back from Cafola to Mean, and Mean can't finish. But that was great work between the two big men. Mean gave it to Cafola, gave it right back to Mean, cutting open for a wide open layup. So now Jake Mean will head to the line. He's got 4 points on the night with 40 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls. Awesome daily special soup and the best sandwiches and burgers in town. Visit men'shalloffame.com for the full menu. And Ferrara Lumber has been a fixture in Seneca Falls, New York since 1959. Start planning your next kitchen or bath remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. So we'll see if Jake Mean can make the second, and he can't, but Cafola battles for it. And it'll be Lions basketball.
Mynderse doing a nice job here. We've seen them open up some big leads, in the past and kind of let teams back in the game, and doing a nice job extending that 20-point lead out to 26 currently.
And Coach Young kind of throwing up the white flag here with both Amel, Franklin, and Smith on the bench as Bastian misses the three.
Yeah, I think, Justice was getting a little frustrated there. He dribbled one out of bounds, and Coach Young thought he'd take him out and give him a little rest here and gear up for a fourth quarter.
Well, that trap didn't work too well.
No, Brett does a nice job. He's so quick.
And right through the middle, parting of the Red Sea into the lane, and Anderson misses but gets his own rebound. Now it's Devin Anderson, bumped by Van Buskirk, and Jones lets fly. I don't think it would have counted even if it went in, and so after 3 periods of play at the Atwood Gymnasium, it's the Mynderse Blue Devils all over the Lyons Lions by a score of 51-25. You're watching Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com.
Big enough to have degree programs that will take me where I want to go. And small enough that I don't have to travel alone.
Big enough that I can take classes from anywhere. And small enough to get the support I need to succeed.
Big enough that there's always something going on. And small enough that I'm never just a face in the crowd. Finger Lakes Community College.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
And there's a look at Ben Cafola's dad and mom. A lot of fans making the short drive from Seneca Falls to Lyons tonight. Always a great atmosphere in the Atwood. Is with the ball there, Andy Gaylord checking into the game for the first time tonight. Now Van Buskirk trap gets it back to Gaylord, who tries to find Rockefeller, who stepped on the line. It'll be Mynderse basketball. And Mynderse with the starters in there right now, with the exception of Devin Anderson, is in there for Brett Anderson. Of course, Devin, the son of Mynderse girls varsity basketball coach Jerry Anderson. We had him in studio a couple weeks ago for the Upstate Hoops podcast. Jones will try another three from the corner, air ball. Rebounded by Gaylord.
Yeah, the girls team's been making a nice run. You know, they lost Heidi Miller, but they've been able to come out here and win 2-3 league games in a row. And, you know, they got themselves in second place in the Finger Lakes East.
Oh, Mean with the steal. Goes up strong and fouled by Smith in the bucket. That's Justice Smith's third foul of the ball game. And big news in girls basketball last night, Verk, was Geneva girls beating Wayne.
Oh, did they?
Pretty handily, too, yeah. And the Geneva boys also beat Wayne last night. Brian Miller's got those guys playing pretty good. His Mean can't compete the three-point play.
No, I imagine we're going to see some substitutions here coming up.
Well, Mynderse now with a 28-point lead. And Rockefeller picks up his dribble, gets it to Van Buskirk.
You know, I think one thing that Mynderse doesn't get enough credit for is they are a very good defensive team. You know, they hold teams down. We kind of talked about it earlier. They go through long stretches where they don't score, but they usually hold their own defensively. And you know, you see a lot of teams in the low 40s when they play Mynderse, and Lions probably won't even get there tonight.
Cafola checks out. Kyle Ruddy comes in as Amel spins and scores for his first points in the second half. Kyle Ruddy, the 6'5 junior. Younger brother of Luke Ruddy, currently having a nice little career at Hobart. And Jones hits another three. That gives him 26 points, 2 shy of his career high. So we'll keep an eye on Jake.
Nice pass by Mean again. You know, Lions kind of sucking in that zone and leaving Jones wide open.
Van Buskirk gets it out to Andy Gaylord, who hands it back to Justice Smith. They'll have 15 to shoot. And Smith will carry there.
He's really struggled tonight. Yeah. You know, I don't know how many points he has, 6 points, but he, you know, several turnovers. And Mynderse guards have really harassed him, done a really nice job on him tonight.
He's got that look at Jones's last three. I've got Jones 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-pointer. No, he's got 5 3-pointers. As Jake Mean now checks out, and Aiden Trout coming into the game for the Blue Devils, who's been playing pretty good. And boy, it's quite a luxury for Coach Nick Ciotti when you know, you can.
Yeah, he's got 3 or 4 big guys he can come in with. They're not real deep at the guard position, but they got a lot of big guys.
Yeah, Trout had 10 points, 10 rebounds a couple games ago. Luke Ruddy against Newark came in and scored 6 quick points when they need him. Amel lets fire from 3 and hits it. And so Amel now with 11 points. The lead still 26 for the Blue Devils. So we've got 3 juniors and 2 sophomores in there for Mynderse right now. And Anderson drives baseline, lets one fly. Too strong. Rebounded by Rockefeller. And for the Lions, it's Rockefeller and Justin Bott lets fire. Bang! And so it's Dobbins, Bott, Gaylord, Rockefeller, and Amel right now for the Lions. And Ruddy finds Trout. Pops one from the foul line. Can't get the roll. Nice rebound by Andy Gaylord. Gets it up to Duncan Dobbins. Finds Rockefeller, who drives left side, and he's fouled by Kyle Ruddy. Here we get a look at the Justin Bott 3. Nice arc. Nothing but net.
Yeah, good looking shot.
Who you like tomorrow, Verk? Football games.
I'd have to say New England and Carolina.
Yeah, it's tough to pick against the Pats, right?
Yeah,
and,
yeah. You know, Denver's kind of, you know, you don't know. Manning's kind of banged up a little bit, and both teams a couple of injuries, but, you know, New England's just tough to go against.
And Cardinals lucky to survive the game against Green Bay at home. Yep. Rockefeller make the front end of that?
I believe so.
Yeah. Ruddy with a baseline jumper off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Rockefeller. Jordan Harris in the game for the Lions now. And Rockefeller with the kiss, no good. Big rebound by Harris. Up and over Aiden Trout, and he's fouled. Man, look at the size of that kid. Good football player.
Yeah, he's got a great build on him.
Just a sophomore,
Yeah.
6'1", 195 pounds. As we got a timeout on the floor. Give me a chance to tell you about Finger Lakes Construction, the #1 post frame builder in New York State, providing complete building packages for a wide range of constructions, including personal garages, commercial office complexes, municipal agriculture, pole barns, and more. Check them out online at fingerlakesconstruction.com. And Thompson Health Urgent Care Center in Farmington provides acute illness and injury care in a welcoming environment with doctors, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants whose goal it is to get you treated promptly and courteously so you can get back to enjoying your life. Learn more at thompsonhealth.com. And speaking of getting treated promptly so you can get back to your life, want to give our best wishes to our member of the Finger Lakes 1 Sports team, Dave Barnick, had a little knee surgery, and he's recovering. Should be back in the broadcast booth shortly, I think. Coming into February, I think he's scheduled to get back, do a game.
Yeah, he's had a couple issues over the years, but, you know, always enjoy calling games with him. Brings back a lot of memories. He's been at it for a long time. Called a lot of my high school games on the radio. So, you know, speedy recovery to Dave.
And Harris comes up empty at the line. 56-34, 4:12 remaining here. And, for the Dr. Rod Littlejohn Smiles with Style postgame, who we looking at getting from the Blue Devils? Got to be Jones, right?
I would say so. You know, he said that obviously he's the leading scorer tonight and played a good all-around game.
And a nice spin move and finish by Aiden Trout. Oh, boy, the Lions just threw it away. A little miscommunication.
Kind of a little surprised that Jones is still in there.
Now Ruddy now off the pass from Jones can't finish, but it's Trout with a rebound, ball on the ground, and what do we got, a kick? No, we got a foul. Looks like they got the foul on Jordan Harris. It's his third. And Jones just did check out. So it looks like Jones finishes with 26 points, 2 shy of his career high, and really providing the bulk of the offense here for the Blue Devils. And Todd Reed into the game for the Blue Devils, number 21, wearing the hot pink shoes, the top of your screen.
He's always a crowd favorite. He's a good kid. He comes to practice, works hard all the time, and the crowd really likes when he's able to get a couple baskets.
Trout finds Anderson, dribbles right side, and looks like he was fouled by Tyler Bastian. So about 3:15 here to go in the ball game from Lions, 58-34. Glad you could join us. An on-demand version of this game, along with all our previous webcasts. I think we've done 25 24 games so far, 25 maybe, Verk. This might be our 25th game of the season. So a lot to enjoy there in the archives at FingerLakes1.tv. Dobbins thought about a three. And he's guarded closely by Caleb Sisko into the game, the 6'2 junior. And Bott lets another three go. Nothing but air on that one. And so, boy, we got the Mynderse bench really pulling for Todd Reed right now. Anderson, Reed, Ruddy, Sisko, and Trout for the Blue Devils. And Sisko gets it into Trout, and he's fouled by Harris. That'll be his fourth if it is on Harris.
A lot of fouls here in the fourth quarter. You know, at this point, you got to tell your teams to back off a little bit and, you know, let some stuff go. This one's over. Sisko.
Yeah, Caleb Sisko, the Caleb Sisko treat. And Bott gets it inside to Harris. Little right-handed hook shot off the rim, no good. And that's Devin Anderson on the ground battling with Harris. And we got a jump ball possession arrow go to the Blue Devils. So here we get a look at that big offensive rebound by Sisko in putback.
Nice shot. You know, looked pretty athletic on that move. Went up, grabbed the rebound, put it back in. Nice shot.
I know, Verk, we're planning on hitting up Tom Walls down the road here on Route 31 at the end of this one. Get a Junker 55 plate. Todd Reed for three off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Trout. Right-handed hook shot, no good. Ruddy's got it. Gets it out to Anderson, and the Devils will reset. Inside to Trout. Works it over to Ruddy. Baseline. Guarded by Gaylord. And there's Reed with it again. He'll let another three fly off the rim, no good. Big rebound by Sisko. And back, it'll be the Blue Devils ball still with a fresh shot clock.
Really working Reed here for a couple open jumpers, but he wasn't able to connect.
There's a three from Trout off the rim, no good. And a good hustle by Sisko to save it, but it goes to Dobbins. And now Lions will get to work. Down 26. Bott lets a three go, and he hits it.
2 threes for Bott.
Justin Bott. Boy, he almost hit the roof on those nice arc.
A couple of these guys got the long shooting shirts underneath.
It's really seldom not cold in here. Usually pretty warm.
It's not too bad tonight.
Yeah, it's actually not bad at all tonight. And Bott tries another one. Nothing but net.
No, they got the 40 thanks to Bott.
Justin Bott. Feeling it. As Reed hands it off to Devin. I think the only question remaining here is Todd Reed going to score? Might get an assist here, and he does. Nice right-handed hook shot.
He's a good player.
By Aiden Trout.
If he was on a different team, he'd see a lot of time. He's so far buried on the bench.
That was a nice catch and shoot. Nice
the game that when Meehan was out, he had 10 and 10.
Justin Bott is lighting up the Atwood in garbage time. He's got 4 threes, and he cuts the lead to 19. 13 seconds left in the ball game here at the Atwood. As Devin Anderson gets it over to, and they're trying to get Reed the ball, but he's kind of just jogging. 3 seconds to go. 1 second, he's not going to shoot it. And that's your ball game. Final score from Lyons, Mynderse Academy 62, the Lions 43. And we'll be back with your Dr. Rod Littlejohn Smiles with Style postgame show right after this. Stay tuned.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School Basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover your college education? Learn about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. By Finger Lakes Community College. Thinking about life after high school? Get your degree at Finger Lakes Community College. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. UR Medicine and Thompson Health, medicine of the highest order. Dobbins Pharmacy, serving their customers in downtown Lyons for over 50 years and 3 generations. By Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, with offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. By the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. By Jimmer's Auto and Stevers Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. By Finger Lakes Construction. Building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. Brett's Place. Great lunches served daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And welcome back inside the Atwood Gymnasium here in Lyons, New York, where the Mynderse Blue Devils with a big 62-43 win in a little Finger Lakes East Wayne County crossover here. It's the Dr. Rod Littlejohn Smiles with Style post-game show, and I'm joined by the game's leading scorer, Jake Jones from Mynderse. He had 26 points. And Jake, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's another one of those games where you just seem to get hot. Like every 3 or 4 games, you just pour them in from 3. Do you know when that's happening, or you wait to see if you hit a couple?
Yeah, I like to start off with one, and if I'm feeling it, just keep letting them go.
Well, it was Lyons was kind of hanging around, and then right at the end of the half, you hit a couple. You hit back-to-back threes, which really opened it up a little bit. And then you came out in the second half. Had 13 points first half, 13 points second half, game high 26, and nice win for you guys. You played last night against Mid Lakes after losing to Newark on Tuesday. You got your back on winning ways and playing well. So what do you think about this gym? You ever played here at the Atwood before?
I have. It's pretty small.
It is, not a lot of room to find your shot, but you didn't have much trouble tonight.
Yep.
So, hey, Caleb Cisco.
Yeah.
Getting on the board there. But Todd couldn't, huh? No, Todd Reed came up empty.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your team here as we look at some of the replays from earlier. There's one of your 3-pointers. You guys came into Newark on Tuesday night. Big game, tied for first in the league. And second half, they really kind of ran away from you for the second straight year. And now Newark loses on Friday night to Pelmac, so you're back to tied. What do you guys got to do to close out this season? What did you do different, say, tonight or in other games that you didn't do in that second half against Newark?
We didn't have a lot of energy at all in the second half against Newark, and tonight we came out and had a lot of energy on defense, and it really made a difference.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the team defense, and you guys seem to have struggled putting up points, but defense is always there, night in and night out for you guys. It seems like it seems like Ben and Jake Mean inside can score, but most of the times it's when you're getting hot from three, that's when you guys are scoring. Like you had 62 points tonight. I think that's the most I've seen you guys score in about a month.
Yeah.
And you guys also like to get out in transition. Here we get another look at another one of your threes, and they were right in. Like when you let them go, you know they were in.
Yep.
And then here's one from Mel, the big guy.
Oh yeah.
Hitting a three. So kind of a novelty game here. Playing against Lions, they're not in your league. You get back into league action. If we can get a look at the upcoming schedule for both these teams. You guys got Pell Mac. That's the big one.
Yep.
They're going to be at home. They beat you in their place. Then you travel to Wayne. That won't be easy. We got you back on Finger Lakes 1 against Waterloo on February 5th, and then at Penn Yan. So I think if you compared your schedule with Newark's for the rest of the way, yours is a little tougher. Yours is a little tougher schedule. So what do you think about that? Pell Mac's going to be a tough one.
Absolutely.
And who do you usually guard on that Pell Mac team?
I don't know. Switches around,
I mean, they got a lot of guys. They got Damian Wright, Hawkins, Vandeveld, and Holden Knorr's a good three. I think you and Holden Knorr might be the best two three-point shooters.
He can really shoot it, yeah.
Who's a better three-pointer shooter at Mynderse, you or Megan Tilton?
Me.
Oh, yeah? I think we might have to set up a little shooting contest there.
Maybe.
Because I saw her knock a few home in the last game we did at Waterloo. I think she had 6, but you hold the school record with 8.
Yep.
So, all right. Always a pleasure here to have Jake on the post-game show. Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you. Thanks for having
me.
me.
Good luck the rest of the way. We hope. What you guys looking forward to? Maybe potentially playing North Rose Wolcott in sectionals. You've seen those guys play yet this year?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, that would be a great game. Of course,
I'd love to play them.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that possibility too. So finish the season strong and head into sectionals, and hopefully we'll see you guys at the Blue Cross Arena.
Hope that too. Be nice to go there.
Good job, Jake.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. So we'll get Verk back in here real quick. And you have a safe trip back. As I can run through the scoring for you for the Mynderse Blue Devils, it was Jake Jones with 26 to lead all scorers. Kellen Carraher had 7 all in the first half. Brett Anderson had 8. And Jake Mean and Cafola, the two big men, with 6 apiece. Devin Anderson with 2. Caleb Cisco with 2. And Aiden Trout with 4 to round up the scoring for the Blue Devils. For the Lions, it was Justice Smith with 9. The first time he's been below double digits in a while, Verk. And Adam Van Buskirk with 2. Kehoe with 4. Jordan Amel finishes with 11. Devin Franklin with 2. Ben Rockefeller with 3. And Verk, trivia question for you. Who was the leading scorer for Lions tonight?
Justin Bott.
Yeah, Justin Bott with 4 3-pointers leads the Lions with 12 points. So, for Lions, maybe a little step back. They've been playing so well. For Mynderse, this is kind of just what they needed. They scored 62 points tonight. I can't remember the last time they scored over 60. So
yeah, and really, for Mynderse, they got exams this week, and Friday they're coming in with Pell Mac at home. So, really the game of the year in Finger Lakes East. The winner of that game obviously could be the front runner to win the league with Newark still. Newark doesn't have to play Mynderse or Pell Mac again, so maybe they have the easiest schedule to finish out here. But big game next Friday for Mynderse.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be back online with you on Thursday night. From South Seneca, we got Bloomfield at South Seneca. Disregard that text at the top there. It is Bloomfield versus South Seneca, but that game's at 7:30, and it's not at the Atwood. It's at the Jack Guinan Gymnasium. Big game in the Finger Lakes West for Bloomfield, who now holds a 2-way tie with Naples for first place, a game ahead of Dundee and Marcus Whitman. And then, Verk, you and I will be back together next Saturday at 4:30, kind of an odd start time, for Lions at Clyde. Big rivalry game, Route 31 rivalry there. That game set for a 4:30 tip. And then big game in the Finger Lakes East. Pell Mac visits Waterloo, 7:30 tip on Tuesday, February 2nd. We're edging closer and closer to the postseason, Verk. And, as usual, I enjoyed sitting in watching this game with you tonight and talking hoops.
Nice game to watch. Mynderse obviously had a blowout win, made it a little less exciting than we thought, but either way, it was a fun game. Always nice to be here in the Atwood, and look forward to working with you in the future.
So, once again, your final score here from Lyons. Mynderse Academy 62, the Lyons Lions 43. Thanks, everybody, for joining us, and stay warm, and we'll see you next time. Lake Fun.
www.fingerlicks1.com